What's up, YouTube? Hope we doing well today. April 1st. Got another day out to the night. I'm going home. It's been a blessing, though. Feeling good, looking good. Confidence. Thanking God for this beautiful day. Without Him, I am nothing. And I have nothing to complain about once again. Go check out my video I put out yesterday. I put another one out today. It was a short in the gym, and I'm posting another one today. I just want to elaborate on. See, I know a lot of people that come to me and say, "Oh, I need you to hold me accountable." And there's two different things. So accountability and responsibility is two different things. My mentor, he pointed it out. You know, accountability and responsibility is two different things. Accountability is being responsible for one's actions, decisions, and their outcomes, and being able to explain or justify them. That's accountability. So that means I hold you accountable. I remind you or hold you responsible or to a standard that you said that you wanted to do something, right? Now, responsibility is a state or fact of having a duty to deal with something or of having control over someone. The state of being accountable or to blame for something. The opportunity or ability to act independently and make decisions without authorization. Now, that's a good definition. The opportunity or ability to act independently and make decisions without authorization. So just because I hold you accountable, you still have a responsibility to get up and do it. You still got to be responsible. So no matter how many accountability coaches you get that set reminders for you, how many people that remind you what you need to be doing, don't do this, don't do that, but you still have to be responsible to take that action. So it's a difference between accountability and responsibility. So before you ask for an accountability coach or anything like that, because you do have people out here that specifically does that, make sure that you are somewhat responsible first. Make sure that you are doing things on a consistent basis. Man, you know if you are or not. You know if you are or not. And because these accountability coaches, they cost, you know. And if anybody want me to hold them accountable, it's going to cost. But first, you need to be somewhat responsible to do things on your own, to do the work without somebody standing over your shoulder, give you an assignment, get it done. And that's basically what responsibility is. Just a state of being. And it's important through life endeavors, through work, socially, mentally, physically. You know, you have to do things that you don't want to do sometimes, but you know it's for a greater good. And if you in shape of any sort, you already in the 1%. If you have some type of discipline, any form of discipline will put you in the 1% in this day and time, because you got so many people that they're not that anymore like they used to be. And it's important to have that discipline. It's important to be responsible. It's important to have that accountability within yourself, or if you need to hire someone to make sure you're held accountable, then you do that. But anything to get better, y'all. That's what I preach on here. Anything to get better. And you're not going to be perfect all the time. Not all the time. I mean, sometimes you slip. Sometimes you don't go work out when you know you need to. But it's the small things that you do over a long period of time versus the big things that you do every now and then. gonna say it again. It's the small things that you do for a long period of time will get you further than the big things that you do every now and then. So it's about consistency. It's about consistency. So consistency requires responsibility. You have to be responsible. And we all fighting this fight. We all fighting this journey. So if you slip, fall, eat the cake. Look, man, we all do it. So hope y'all doing good today. I'm just here getting another 14 hours, getting it down. Everything looking good at work. Nothing to complain about. Turn this radio down. Nothing to complain about. And hope y'all having a great and blessed day. Today is Tuesday, right? April 1st. Yeah, that's what I want to talk about, y'all. Responsibility, accountability, being consistent. That's what can get you. It gets you far. And as you develop and continue to grow, you will find out that discipline is something that is developed through hard times. And hard times don't last always, right? But discipline, it keeps you in the game, man. How many times that I was like, yeah, I'm going home, I'm done. But it was just discipline that kept me there. Like, man, that's just a feeling, And I talk about that, not operating on feelings as a man. If you operate on feelings as a man, you're going to have a hard time adjusting to life. You're going to have a hard time adjusting to life. You're going to have nothing, man. If you're that guy that always blowing up on people because you're feeling hurt, or you're always quitting because you couldn't do it, I don't know. It's just weird to me. I see guys all the time, man, all in traffic, blowing their horn, flipping people off. Why, bro? Be a man that's slow to anger. Be a man that don't act off feelings. Of course we feel, I'm not saying don't act off feelings, but don't make a harsh decision. Don't make a long life altering decision off feeling. If you think about the people that's in jail, in prison, the people that died because they wanted to pass somebody in the left lane and didn't see the car coming. That was a decision that they made because they didn't want to wait an extra 20 seconds. It's crazy. So don't be that guy that act before he think. Be the guy that think before he act. So, yeah, man, that's what I want to talk about. Just want to highlight how important it is, and how important and different that responsibility and accountability, how different they are, and consistency, along with not making decisions off feelings, based off feelings. Always look at the numbers. Always look at the data. Always look at the intel before you make a decision. Because people depend on us, guys. As men, I know women take that man role to have to. People depend on us. People rely on our income. People rely off us doing the right thing when no one's looking. They're relying off us. And if you're a man if you're a hothead, if you're a guy that always blowing up and always gotta tell the company man how you feel, man, it's gonna be hard for you. Life is gonna be very humbling for you. Me, I learned that at a young age. Like, man, look, it ain't even important. Now, I'm not saying I don't get anxiety. I don't overthink sometimes, but it's to the point to where, like, bro, it's not even important for me to even make that dumb decision that cost me my family. we got a mortgage, bro. Like, think about your mortgage. Or think about, I don't have kids yet, but think about your kids going without because you made a crazy decision. So we have to harness that. We have to harness those feelings. We have to get better. We have to continue to get better. And I know sometimes that we will slip as a man, but hey, you got to get back up. That's what my dad always taught me. That's what my grandfather always taught me. And I thank God for, like, you know, continue to water me and know that trouble don't last always. So thank you guys for tuning in. Just want to put something out. And if you guys need help with being held accountable, first, make sure that you are somewhat responsible. There's two different things. I just broke down both of them. Make sure that you are consistent. In order to be consistent, you have to be some sort of responsible. You have to be. There's no way. Responsibility and consistency, it run hand in hand. Then, of course, man, quit making your decision based off your emotions, especially if you're a leader of the household. So, well, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for the like, the subs, the comments. As you just continue to tune in, make sure you sub. Positive videos, keeping it real. Just a normal man, a God-fearing man, just trying to do the right thing, man. And keeping my head on straight, focused, staying away from the bad things, anything that put a wedge between you and God, you and your wife. Let it go. That's it. That period. Let it go, man. And you know what it is. You know what it is. Let it go, bro. Fast from it. Fast from it, man. Fast from it. Starve your flesh. Starve your flesh. Because that's all it is. When you tangled up in sin, bro, it's just your flesh, man. You possessed. Like, I seen a video yesterday when he was talking about when he was, you know, watching stuff he ain't supposed to be watching, right? And he said when he was in that zone, it's like you're not thinking about nothing else. You're thinking about looking at that video. And then when you get done, you be like, ugh. And then, you know what I mean? You start deleting stuff. Like, in that moment, bro, it's like you possessed. Like you spiritually possessed. And the only way to fight that, bro, is to fast. Get in your Bible. Read about it, temptation, whatever. And fast from it. I mean, like, stop it, bro. Stop it. That'll take you a long way. And that's a different level, though. You gotta want it, because those urges will boil up because we are in the flesh. We'll never get rid of that urge or that itch, but we can mitigate it. We can reduce it by staying focused. You know, keeping our schedule full, having a purpose, being responsible. If you need somebody to hold you accountable, then you reach out. But if it's causing you your health, your wealth, I'm not gonna say your salvation, because salvation is free, right? But if it's putting that wedge between you and your family, and like I said, your health, you gotta let it go, bro. Period. You gotta let it go. But thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all be blessed and not stressed. Thank you.